This is day 2 on the unseen conversation, and I'm going to be talking about the voice you keep ignoring. But before I start, I'm going to ask this question: what if God has been speaking, but you are just too loud? What if God has been speaking, but you are just too loud to listen to what He has said? Being too loud is not you shouting, that's not the loudness I'm talking about. The loudness is distraction. As a youth, there's a lot of distraction that hinder us from hearing what God is saying concerning us, or what God is saying to us. Distractions like social media. Social media is a distraction for the youths. All of these have their advantage and their disadvantage, but social media is one of the biggest distractions. Money, the love of money, the chase of money is also a distraction. When we are putting too much effort in all of these and forgetting the main thing, it will become a distraction, and it can even become a god. When you love something so much, when you take something more than God, it's already a god to you. Do you understand? Chasing after women is a distraction for guys. Chasing after men is also a distraction for the ladies. So there's a lot of distraction I can't mention, but I just mentioned the basic thing because I'm a youth and I know what is happening. I just mentioned the basic thing that is always distracting young people from hearing what God is saying to them. Distraction block spiritual awareness. When you are distracted, you will not be spiritually aware of things that are happening around, of a lot of things, because of we are too distracted. Do you understand? So if you want to hear God speak, God speaks to us every day. God speaks to us every day, but we just have to know the voice we are listening to, because there's a lot of voices we hear in our head. We just have to know which one is God. How will you know which one is God? Consistent relationship with Him, consistent fellowship with God. You will know how God speaks. It's just like your father. Let me use this example. It's just like your father. You've not been talking to your father often, and you expect to know his voice. Like immediately they give birth to you, you've not seen your father maybe just twice. You will not really know his voice. Why? Because there's no consistent relationship. There's no closeness with you and your father. But if you've been with your father all your life, if you are in a far distance and you hear his voice, you know that yes, this is my father's voice. Why? Because you guys have built a relationship together. You guys always communicate. You've seen yourself a lot of times, so it is hard for you to even not recognize his voice. That's how it is with God. If you are separating yourself away from God, God is not separating himself away from you because he's there. We are the ones separating ourselves away from him. So now we will not be able to hear him speak. And even when he speaks, we will not be able to identify his voice because we don't know his voice, because we are not always communicating with him. That's why we don't know his voice. So if you want to know his voice, consistent relationship, studying his word, praying. When I was younger, I was thinking of these things were hard, like how will I be consistent, how will I be it's hard. Now it's fresh, it's sweet, it's not hard. Do you understand? So you can do it. That's how you're going to build this closeness with God, and you're going to, anytime you speak, you are going to know that yes, this is God actually speaking to me. There's time for everything. There's time to be distracted. There's time to use your phone. There's time to enjoy. Do you understand? But don't forget the place. Don't forget that you are in a relationship with a person, and if you don't communicate with this person continuously, you will not know much about this person, and this person will never reveal himself to you like that. Let's use normal scenario. If you are in a relationship with a girl and you are not communicating with this girl often, you will not know this girl like that. You guys will not know each other like that. So communication is key. God wants humans to have this bond He wants us to have this bond with Him. We should build this relationship with Him. God wants us. That is why He created us. He wants someone He can communicate with, someone that has His like mind. That's why He created us in His image and likeness. Because if God wants to look at Himself, He will literally look at you. You are a reflection of who God is. Do you understand? And the likeness, we have all His abilities and everything. So who do you think God wants to be talking to? The angels? No. The angels are not even created in God's image. We are the one created in God's image. So He wants to be talking to us. And if we do not build this relationship, He will not do anything about it. And if you still want to build the relationship, you still need God. In everything you do in this life, you need God, basically. I'm going to end with this. God is still speaking. The question is, if He's not talking, the question is, are you listening? Because sometimes the voice you need the most is the voice you keep on ignoring. On day 3, I'm going to be talking about God in small signs. See you there.